Okay, for our recipe today, it's a very simple recipe, so you're only going to need count them, two different pieces of equipment. All you need is a small stock pot, or sauce pot, whatever you want to call it, 1 quart, and your handy dandy chef's knife. That's right, it slices, it dices, it chops, it minces. It is the Sledge-O-Matic. No wait, it's just a chef's knife. That's all you're going to need for this recipe.
You're on.
Hi, welcome to Meals with Miranda. I'm your host, Ron Miranda. We're going to start off our cooking show with a pretty simple presentation of lettuce wraps. For this little dish, you're going to need a few things. Tomatoes, Romas preferably, one white onion, 1 avocado, 1 bunch of cilantro, salt, pepper, 2 limes, 1 serrano chili, and 1 head of butter lettuce. And then for our meat, we're going to use a pork shoulder. It's a nice cheap piece of meat that you can use and get a lot out of. Okay, let's start. I took this pork last night and marinated it in cumin, salt, pepper, and garlic. So it's been sitting all night long, absorbing all those flavors. We're going to start with our condiments first. With your tomatoes, after you cut them, or after you've peeled them, quick chop this way. Best part about this is the fact that since it is salsa and most Latin cuisine is very rustic and rural, you can make nice rough chops. You don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to teach you how to cut a fucking onion, because most people know how to cut an onion. So you've peeled it, you've cut it in half, you leave your core in right there. You can take your knife and you're going to come across this way 2-3 times. Turn it, take your knife, come straight down. Always have your knife against your hand. If it's right here, I can't cut anything off. Down again, all the way through. And then back this way. And you have a perfect chop every time. It slices, it dices, it chops. What is it? The Sledge-O-Matic.
That's right. It's an old regular knife.
Okay, now we have some onions. We're going to take our tomatoes, mix it in here. I'm going to take cilantro that we've chopped and rinsed. So that. One key thing, keep your workplace clean. If your workplace is clean, your head is clean. Cut the stem off. Cut this guy in half. Depending on how hot you want, you can take all the white stuff off, called the pith, or the veins, but I don't mind the heat. I leave everything in. Slice twice, like that, so you have it in quarters. I'm just going to come back like this and do a chop. I don't mind them being big chunks. I like my food spicy. But you have to watch out for these guys. These are not like jalapenos. They're about 10 times hotter than a jalapeno. Nice smoky flavor.
So it might get in your eyes, huh?
Huh?
Could it get in your eyes?
Oh, do not rub your eyes or use the restroom anytime after working with these. Best bet, if you're going to be cutting up chilies, I would say actually get a rubber glove. So we're going to take about 1/3 of what we just chopped and put that in there because it's kind of spicy. Reserve. Okay, now we're going to take our lime. Let me move this shit out a little bit. Okay, we're going to take our lime, put it in the microwave.
I can smell the chilies.
Put on for 30 seconds. Depending on how hot your microwave is. If you have a really hot cooking microwave, put it for less time. You know your equipment, so go with what you know. The reason we're doing that is going to loosen up all the juices. I'm going to take some cracked black pepper. A lot of pepper. I like a lot of pepper. It should be slightly warm to the touch. Now you're going to take it and roll it. Loosen up more of the juices. I'm going to slice it in half. You can actually see all the juices are actually nice and come to the top without any real work. And just squeeze. And you'll actually get more juice out than you could have just squeezed it by itself. But careful, the juice actually is hot.
So how many limes are you going to use now?
On that, we're only going to use one full lime for the pico de gallo or the salsa. Give that a quick stir. I like cilantro a lot, so I'm going to add some more in there. That's the best part about this kind of cooking. You can just add it as you want. And let's give it a taste. Straws have a nice kick to them, all flavor, but Emerald does say something excellent. He says, when you taste something, this is where your brain goes, ooh, I need salt, I need pepper. Right now we need salt. One of this little unit is just plain old sea salt. I prefer sea salt or kosher salt, whichever you can get your hands on. Let's give that another quick stir. And we are done with our pico de gallo. Now we're going to set that aside. Next, we're going to move on to our next little thing. One avocado. I've already cut it in half. Take that. Oh, let's see that again. In slow-mo. Don't do this in your hand. Put it like this. Down. Spin. Off. Over here, squeeze from the back. Done. Now take your avocado and slice down. And then across. Then you have an instant diced avocado.
You just peel it back or scoop it out?
Peel it out, or scoop it out, it's easier. With a spoon, scoop it out instantly. Look at that.
Delicious.
Okay. I've already had some in here, as you can see. We're going to take it and just give it a nice rough chop. Nothing fancy. This is not a fancy dish. Okay, we're going to add more pepper, salt. For some of our cilantro is going to go into it too. Some nice extra virgin olive oil for flavor. And a little dash of cumin. Careful with cumin, it's extremely strong. And now we're just going to give that a quick stir. Done. Now if you want more, you can go for a little more, you can puree, you can do what you want, but I like it as, we're going to put a little more olive oil in it. Don't be afraid of the olive oil. It's good for you. Tastes good too. Okay, there we go. Now it's more of a sauce consistency. Go. Set that side. Now that's done. Next, now we're going to move on to our pork. A nice big piece of pork here.